Shaka, you talk about how you had to manage your bench in the first half. You were shuffling players in and out, using players that haven't gotten a lot of minutes this year, and what your thought process was to keep your team in the game.
Well, we planned on using all of our guys anyway, just because, in this type of setting, if you're fortunate to advance, you got to play back-to-back games, and then if you're fortunate to advance again, you got to play 3 games in 3 days. We got some good contributions when guys got in foul trouble. There's some guys on the team that I'm comfortable putting back in the game when they have 2 fouls in the first half, and then there's other guys that I don't quite have the same comfort level with, so they got to come out and they need someone else to go in. I thought Teddy, Jared, Justin, David Hinton did a nice job holding the fort down. We were really, I guess the best word is outweighed out there in the front line for much of the first half. They just had more bulk and more size. But our guys battled and fought, and that was what helped us build a 10-point lead.
If they hadn't played as they had, you guys might have been in danger of letting that game get away in the first half. It seems to me that's the case.
No question. I mean, we had other guys on the bench, so those guys that came in the game had to play at a high level. Otherwise, you're exactly right. St. Joe's would have gone on a run, and we wouldn't have gone into the half with a 10-point lead. And we needed that half. We needed that lead at the half because, again, we did not defend particularly well in the second half, and final margin was 3 points.
Coach, can you talk about, did you have any advice from Melvin going into this game, playing on the big stage as a freshman? He came out, he was very aggressive in the first half and scored some big points.
Yeah, we always want Mel to be aggressive, whether we're playing in New York or Timbuktu. So, he's a guy that, he's very, very talented. He's as gifted a scorer as we have on our team, but he's a freshman, and he's still learning, and he's still making the adjustment. He's made really good strides, and I got a text message from his mom yesterday, and she said, my nerves are shot. And I said, oh, okay, well, don't talk to Mel then. Because we didn't want Mel to feel that way. But, he's a confident kid, to come out in this setting as a freshman and attack. I actually thought, he had 12 points, but, there were some balls that he typically makes that didn't go in. So it could have been much more than that. But certainly the contribution he gave us was huge. Right.
Coach, how happy were you with the overall poise of your entire team, given the disparity with the fouls, especially in the first half?
Yeah. Be careful with that one. I was happy with the boys. I mean, we talk about having a great spirit on our team, and that's when we're at our best, is when we have high-level spirit. I think the teams that win at this time of year are able to respond when things don't go their way, whether they're bad calls or perceived bad calls, or missed shots, or the other team going on a run. What really helped us with that night was our crowd. It was a phenomenal group of fans from VCU traveled up here to New York, and I don't have an official count, but we look like we have as many or more than anyone else, and that just says a lot about our fans, and that helped tonight because, like you said, there were some things that went against us, and we had to stay tough.
Shaka, Briante, 5 assists tonight and 5 steals. Can you just talk about the skill set he brings to you guys, especially in the context of the Havoc system?
Yeah, I think with those 5 steals, he became our all-time single-season record holder for stealing the ball. He's huge for us because he really causes problems for other opposing ball handlers. Whether he steals the ball or not, he's always a threat. And I thought he gave us terrific energy. We hit a low in the first half, and we had some guys that looked a little tired and a little, they lacked a little confidence out there. And Bree really had good spirit. He was clapping and energized and getting his teammates going. He was instrumental in getting in Javante's ear to kind of get him rolling a little bit. So he's got the most swagger of anyone on our team, him and Mel. And that's really important because we don't have an extremely confident team for a team that has the type of record that we have.
Shaka, conventional wisdom says 15-point lead, 2.5 minutes left. You run some shot clock. Conventional wisdom was almost right tonight, but can you just give a lecture on your
philosophy a little bit here again?
Yeah, I don't know if you know too much about us, but we're not conventional.
You know a lot about you, that's why I wanted to hear it again.
You know, and think about it this way. If you got a wide open three for Troy Daniels, wide open, towing the line from the wing, I'm taking that. Now, maybe conventional wisdom says otherwise, but I take my chances with that. I've seen that guy make too many shots, and he's made, I think, as many as pretty much anyone who's played in the Atlantic 10 except for a handful of guys. So he was 4 for 13 tonight, which isn't a great percentage for him, but they were pretty much all good looks. I think he might have rushed one. It's just what we do, you know, and we're not very good when we're not aggressive. Now, on some of those possessions, I agree with you, it didn't go our way because we missed, and they got the rebound, and then not as much time came off the clock. But that's a gamble that I'm willing to make because, again, that's going to pay off most of the time.
All right, 2 more questions. Tim?
Shaka, can you talk about, there were 2 testing moments in that game that kind of sparked you a little bit. One was the tie-up when Briante got the ball. If you talk about what happened after that too, and then the other one was the flagrant foul.
Yeah.
Talk about both those situations.
Well, you know, Bree always seems to be in the middle of those types of things. You know, he's a scrapper, and you know, we need that. That's what we're about. We're not a pretty team, we're a scrappy team. And you know, he was in the middle of that loose ball. He's all over the floor. We take pride in getting to the floor before anyone else does. So that's what happened there. And when those sorts of things happen, Tim, that energizes our guys. You know, there's a lot of you know, pent up emotion and energy inside of you when you're waiting all week to play, particularly if you're coming off of a loss like we were. So, you know, those types of things get us going. And then in terms of the flagrant foul or the technical foul, you know, I actually didn't see it. I have to watch it on tape, but I guess there was an elbow thrown, and we got 2 free throws.
Can I follow up? Can you say what, somebody said something to you when y'all came on the floor, what happened in that?
Oh, you mean this? Yeah, I was just coming out there.
Said something, I think, did he?
Yeah, there's a little jawing out there, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what happens. I like that. In fact, there were some guys talking trash to me before the game. I just smiled. I like that. Because the reality is, we're competitors. You know, whether you're a coach, a manager, a player, we're here to compete. And St. Joe's is a very good basketball team and a very well-coached basketball team. So it's not easy. The reason I went out on the floor at that time was I just wanted to make sure guys were broken up and there wasn't any extracurricular stuff involving our guys or their guys.
All right.
Coach, the 3 from Toyo, is that a secret weapon you've been holding out for the postseason, or is that just an ACL basketball?
He can shoot. He can really shoot. You'll see a lot of those as we go. He just didn't make it at all earlier in the year when he was playing. But, you know, I give Justin a lot of credit. He's spent countless hours after practice working on his shooting with our coaches and just getting in the gym on his own. And it paid off tonight. I told him in the locker room, I said, you know, I know it's just one shot, but I don't know if you noticed, but we won by 3. And you hit a 3. So that we needed every basket. And I think overall, just the contribution that he made in 14 minutes after not having played much lately, it says a lot about, you know, his future.
All right, Shaka, thank you.
Thank you.